Today, I want us to speak on a very important topic, what I have termed the access code. And the access code speaks to what men and women are giving to each other, or what men and women are giving each other access to outside of marriage versus what you should be giving. I'm saying, on this channel, I help women meet and marry their husbands. I also help men meet and marry their wives. We typically help you meet and marry your partner. And if you take out time to digest all of the content that we share on this channel or page, wherever it is you are viewing this video from, you are definitely going to get strategies, secrets, and real time steps towards meeting and marrying your partner, especially your husband. We focus a lot more on helping women meet and marry their husbands without leaving the men behind as well. I've just been called towards women, and so I speak a lot, or you will meet a lot of my or you would see a lot of my content that speaks a lot to women, but we also have contents for men as well. So, welcome. Today, we're speaking about the access code, like I said, and I'll just get right into it. I termed this video the access code, and it speaks to the kind of access that women are currently giving to men in this generation that is making some men, not all, because we have a lot of ready men, but is making some men step back from being committed and wanting to get married. And they are busy just taking in and enjoying all of the access, and they are not giving any of theirs. So, one of the things I want us to establish in this video is the fact, using the ATM example. So, we're going to use the ATM example of trying to this is just an example, but yeah, I want to drive home the point of trying to help you see how you have been given access in the wrong way to a person who hasn't given you access to him. First things first, women have the sex access, men have the marriage access. I'll say that two more times. So the point, I drive home the point. Women have the sex access. Men have the marriage access. Women have the sex access. Men have the marriage access. And so, what we see a lot of times is that we see women giving access to their own. They're giving a pass, and they're giving access to their own, to what they have control over, what they have a lead over in that sense. Because if a woman says she doesn't want to give a man sex, of course, there's nothing that he can do about it. If a man tells you, "Oh, I want to have sex," and you tell him yes after marriage, if the guy really wants to marry you, he will truly wait. But what we are having to see, or what we are seeing a lot, is that many people are giving out access, women particularly, when I say many people, are talking about women are giving out access to sex for free because you have the lead and you own. So when I say women have access, what I mean rather is women own the access to sex and men own the access to marriage, in the sense that it is the man that is going to make the proposal and is going to be the one to marry you. That is how it was created. It is not the woman that goes to make the proposal to marry the man, because you were not built to be the head of the family, at least the family that's created by God. Because I know people are doing all manner of things in this day and age. It's up to you. I'm speaking about the original plan of marriage. So you have ownership and you have the lead. So in terms of in terms of giving out access to sex. So the question now is, or the situation now is, a lot of women are quick to give out their own access without getting any form of assurance from the men. And so sometimes women give out this access that they own or that they lead, the access that they lead, just like men lead the access to marriage, with the hope that he will get married to her. And you give out, you swipe, you literally, like, you swipe your card, you swipe it all and give it with the access that, okay, so when I give this person this, let's assume you're swiping your card, you believe you're actually swiping out value. I hope you know, when you swipe your card to make a payment, you swipe your card as an exchange of value. You don't go to the mall, swipe your card to be like, you know what, I just like your mall. I just want to swipe your card. It doesn't really work that way, in a sane world, or in a sane situation. So you swipe your card and then you are waiting for the exchange of value. So you go there to get your groceries or whatever else it is that you are swiping your card for. So when women swipe the sexual card that they lead and they have access to in leading, they're expecting the men to swipe back the marriage card, or to at least give it in terms of value, but it doesn't happen. And so what we are seeing is that we are seeing a lot of people be in relationship that they are not detached from. So what may happen in that situation, especially the situation whereby the woman wants marriage, is that she may break up with the man and try to move on. But many times, sometimes, many times, a lot of times, in the case where they have started to have premarital sex, is very hard. It's going to take repentance and reinvention and a lot of in front of reorientation for the person to not be with another partner and be cheating on that partner with their ex, because we are hearing multiple cases of ex cheating. I mean, it's not surprising. It's because a lot of people have given themselves over to sex with the person that they are not married to. A lot of women, because you lead the access for sex. Don't forget that. And then you're giving yourself over, done all manner of styles, and you have this new person that you want to get married to, wants to get married to you, or you both are just moving together in a relationship, and Lord knows, maybe you've also started making that mistake there of giving him sex as well. But then you are still entangled. And that's why there was a word in our generation called entanglement, as a result of people not being able to detach from things that they have put and thrown themselves into. The essence of this video is to help you understand, because there are women who have said things like, I don't know, I just like him. I feel this feeling thing. I'm particularly tired. I just feel I can't control myself. But how come you can control yourself when you catch him cheating, or or you realize that he finally doesn't want to get married to you, or there's just something that happens, or something just happens that gets your head back in the normal space? I want you to stop swiping and cheating yourself out of marriage and out of the value that you really are. People continue to say, oh, anyways, let's not even talk about that, at least in this video. But what I want to say is, you cannot expect to be received as valuable and to have a respectable marriage when you start on the wrong foundation. So you have got to come to the acceptance, realization, and to the decision that you are not going to give out sex anymore outside of marriage. And there are other, maybe I'll try as much as possible to make it, to link it up to this video, because there are other resources I have shared, so I'm not going to repeat it here, on how you can be in a relationship and abstain from sex, and now you can be single and abstain from sex as well. So both, whether you're in a relationship or you are single. And I even have a book, 50 ways that romantic that couples can enjoy their relationship romantically outside of sex. So stop. You are cheating yourself out. Stop swiping your card. And let me tell you, in the past, I know that conversations have come up like, oh, if you don't give it to him, someone else will give it to him. Eh, if those women, if they don't see themselves, the someone else, because they're always the someone else, if they don't see themselves as people who are valuable, or if they don't see themselves bigger than sex objects, or if they don't see themselves bigger than just emotional machines who are just ready, who are at the beck and call of the man, and they just want to, hand over their bodies to him without any commitment from him, well, that should not be you. Don't use the demand of the society and what is going on around the world to make key decisions around about your life. And people are doing it everywhere. He said, if I don't die, I will be in the relationship. I will be the first relationship that is abstaining from. He said he's going to find it so hard. Then why can't he marry you? I mean, the year waiting I did. As in, this argument, does it make sense to you? Like, if the guy wants you so bad, why can't he marry you? Somebody should help me with this conversation. Like, why is it so difficult? Why must you make excuses for your commitment, but he cannot bend his back over to make you his wife? Why? What is it with women and shortchanging themselves? So women, you know how to be feminist in other area, but you continue to give him sex outside of marriage. You are fighting for rights in other area, but you are shortchanging yourself sexually. And when it comes to the marital negotiation, or getting into the marital union, so I want you to think about it. Because if women stopped giving men access to sex outside of marriage, then we're going to have a lot more men think. They're going to think, and they're going to start saying, you know what, they're not giving it again. Oh, it's no more free. So let me arrange myself and choose who I finally want to get married to. So stop it. You listening to me, whether it's your ex you are going back to, you are fueling, you are you are enabling these men, you are empowering them, and they're just having free food and free lunch all over town. They're just, all of these people that are not grounded, all of them that are not grounded, and even some that want to be grounded, but they are not in the right community, they don't have the right mindset. Yeah, they just fall for it because, it's just there. The V is just all over town. The only thing is, you that have come into this, you've come across this video, let it not be your own V that is all over town. So please, and please, and please, there is no hurry or urgency that a man wants to have regarding sex that he cannot marry you if he's so commitment. Except, and maybe we'll do another video for that. You are also there, you are not also serious. But this video is especially for women who they truly want to get married, and they're naively thinking that the way to get married is to satisfy his urges. Some people say things like test the waters. How many waters have you tested? All the people that are saying test the waters, can't you? When people talk, don't you look at their lives, for example? Don't you open the chapters of their life and say, okay, you that you are championing test the waters, how markets? Don't you see how their life is wrecked? I know that they are painted with the best makeups, but the ones that are always talking about test the waters, they are the ones that never have stable relationship. They see. Don't you see it? They are your celebs. You know them. Test the water. Say, how is your life? How is your relationship? How is the joy in you people's union? What is your level of trust? Because when you people start getting together with each other, what I really want to use, that's not what I want to use. But anyways, when you guys start getting together to each other and you think that banging each other is the way forward, yeah, that's what I wanted to use. You are going to now realize that you started breaking your trust, because if you both cannot keep the word of integrity, to and you know that the right thing to do is to keep marriage, is to keep sex until marriage, because that's how the creator created it. So you guys are already breaking your integrity. You're already breaking your integrity. The trust level is going to start dwindling. I know you guys will feel like, no, you say lie. When the person goes out, you're going to be stretching your neck, because you've already broken the covenant, you've already broken the law of God. So you're always going to be bothered that is he getting it better somewhere else. The guy will always be wondering, where is she? Where is she? All those people that are doing is to allow their girlfriends to rest. Where is she? Where is she? Because you guys have broken that trust. The trust, first of all, to yourself. People think the trust is about the partner, the partner. When you break the trust, first of all, to yourself, you're always going to have trust issues until you come to the realization and you repent. So, with this video, I want to establish to you, and I believe that I have, that you are shortchanging yourself by continually giving a guy sex that is not ready to be married. I don't care about promise ring, engagement. I'm talking about marriage, a guy that is not ready to be married to you. And there are other videos. There is not this video is not video when we talk about the reasons for marriage and all that. There are other videos. So we can't cramp everything up into this video. But even when you want to get married, you want to make sure you're doing for the right reason. A guy that will say, okay, let me just quickly marry you just because he wants to sleep with you, that's a wrong reason. Just because he wants to sleep with you, I'm not saying sleeping with you should is not a motivation. It is a great motivation, but sleeping with you should not be all there is to why he wants to marry you. So don't say, okay, Sydney, I said this, and you not say, okay, I want to have sex, okay, marry me. Then you, because you know people nowadays they don't take marriage as secretly as it used to be. So he wants to marry you, then he wants to sleep with you because he wants to have access to sleep with you. Then 2 years later, he plans his divorce and his exit from you. That's not what we're talking about. To good. It could be a motivator to get married. Yes, sex could be, but sex is not a sustainer, and sex is not the thing, is not the all in marriage. Marriage is bigger than sex. Sex is an intricate and important part, but marriage is way bigger than sex. So even as you put into practice this access code conversation that we're having of you not cheating yourself out of marriage, you want to make sure that you are also mixing it with the wisdom of getting married for the right reason. And one of the ways that you cannot go wrong with that is by employing or getting the help of a marriage counselor. Don't skip counseling sessions before marriage. Anybody that wants to skip counseling session before marriage, you are in for it though. Hey, that's the only thing me I would just leave here. You are in for any form of counseling. So there's no traditional way. There are different ways that counseling is coming up now, and I'm not going to get into that. But if you want, I do couples counseling, I do personal counseling. So you can reach out to me. Check the links in the description of this video to find ways that I can help you. So if you find yourself in this situation or you know somebody in this situation, you definitely can reach out to me and we can start out the conversation from there. But I would like to get your thoughts. I would like to get your comments. I would like to get your questions. This is not the end of this conversation, but this is an important starting point, please. I want you to think about what I've said deeply. Ask me questions in the comments. Ask me. I like questions. I enjoy taking questions, and then really start to put this into practice. If you want to find ways that you can stay abstinent in in a relationship, and even outside of relationship, if you're not in a relationship, check out other videos. There are other videos that will be linked here, and check my store, check my bookstores. There are great resources there that can help you. I'm SAGENEL. Don't forget to share this video with at least 2 people. Do not forget to subscribe and share with me in the comments the kind of content you would want me to record next, the kind of questions you have that you want answers to. Thank you for spending time with me, and make sure you check out these other videos. because they are going to be useful for you. Thank you for watching.